have a ton of new ideas for the new year, and I thought it would be fun to share them with you and get some feedback. I get a lot of my video ideas from YouTube commenters, so please consider this like a group brainstorming exercise. Let me know which ideas you're really excited about and I'll prioritize them. There's also a few ideas on here that I haven't fully fleshed out, so if you have ideas for like cool ways to make them, and if you don't like an idea, well, maybe don't tell me that, please. So for this brainstorm, I'm using the web tool Milanote to capture all my ideas. Milanote is also kindly the sponsor of this video. I like to use Milanote because it's a really great visual organizer to kind of capture and organize all my ideas, but we're gonna talk more about them later. So I vaguely organized this board into sections. First, I wanna talk about the textile section. You all know this is coming. This is actually, I've already started this project. It's coming out probably in like 2 weeks, I think. That is the crochet vases. So I got tagged in this reel like 100,000 times, or people DM'd me, by a mender maker. She really cracked the code when it comes to dipping knitted projects in slip, and they are so beautiful. I mean, she's doing knitted projects. I'm going to do crochet projects. So I'm definitely doing those. The other thing that I was thinking about along the same lines of dipping things is granny squares. So I have two different ideas. One is just making some granny squares and using them as little coasters. I think that would be really cool. And I feel like if I can manage the vases one, I will be able to manage this. And the other idea, the crazy idea, is like, can I somehow make like some sort of tapestry? It wouldn't be like fully blanket size, but like a crochet blanket made out of clay? Pretty crazy. What I really like about Milanote is you can kind of nest boards within each other. And so I gathered a bunch of like color patterns that I'm really excited by. The idea is to dip each granny square into different colors of glaze. So it's going to be very colorful. I love this idea, but I have no idea how I'm going to connect them. Like maybe you guys can give me feedback on this, like wire or like jewelry jump rings. I'm not sure. So maybe I ought to do the coaster project first. Okay, and then a bunch of people commented about making a yarn bowl. I have had yarn bowls in the past, I promise. I don't know. I never felt the need for them. And then someone sent me this adorable cat yarn bowl. It's by Orange Boy Ceramics. And I was like, okay, that's so cute. I have to make that, but I'm definitely gonna make it a frog because I don't know, I make lots of frog things. I think that would be really, really cute. Okay. Let's move on from textile stuff. So this is another project that I think I'm gonna do this soon, but I'm kind of scared to do it, I have to say. Like this section is like the scary projects. It's more like engineered things. Okay, so this little oven, this is by Swirl Lady Pottery. By the way, these are a lot of like Steal Like an Artist videos. I just get so excited about things that people are making and I wanna make them myself. This is a cute little oven and it has a little candle, and I swear to God, she put some dough in there and it made a little chunk of bread. Like the door opens. This hinge is very similar to the hinge that I used to make that bug thing. If you remember the secret box bug guy. And I thought it would be really cool to make this, I don't know if it's possible, but I thought it would be really cool to make a replica of the oven that I have upstairs. I have a really beautiful kachel oven, like a tile oven. Yeah, that's an idea. And then, okay, next engineering project, a clay refrigerator. This has been rattling around my head basically since the very first air conditioner video. I think people have commented it or something. I don't know, it's got in my head somehow. It's definitely possible. I don't even think it's that complicated. I just haven't done it yet and I'm a little bit like, I don't know why this project intimidates me, but let me know if you think I should make it. Maybe I should wait until summer because then I can like test it against, you know, warmer weather because it's quite cold down here right now. Okay, let's take a little break to talk about our sponsor, Milanote. As you know, I'm using Milanote as a vision board for next year, but I also like to use them for organizing projects like product launches and DIY projects. If you're a visual organizer like me, it's perfect for gathering all your visuals in one spot adding notes and organizing everything. What I like to do is basically dump all the photos and ideas that I have floating around in my head all out onto one board, get them out of my head, and then I can sort them and organize them into sections on my Milanote board. I like to use the notes tool to add headings and jot down notes, add color swatches to set the vibe, and if I have too many visuals or notes, I can easily nest boards within each other. But the cleverest thing they made, in my opinion, is the web clipper tool, which lets you easily grab images from the web without copying and pasting or screenshotting. And if you don't want to start with a blank canvas, Milanote also has over 100 built-in templates available for every type of creative project. Milanote is perfect for creative professionals, whether you're a filmmaker, interior designer, writer, or content creator. It is designed to help you organize your work. Milanote is also available as an app on mobile, and you can share your board with your team and collaborate in real time. Best of all, Milanote is available for free with no time limit. So sign up for a free Milanote account using my link in the video description. Let's get back to our brainstorm. Okay, so the next section is just a general like hinges section. I just want to experiment more with hinges. One project that really blew my mind is this hinge box by Tough Studio. Tough Studio, by the way, has a whole YouTube channel, so like go check her out. She's incredible. But she's doing all sorts of different hinges, and I really, really loved this. I think I'm gonna try this one soon. This feels like a scary but doable project, which is kind of like where I like to live my life. Also, I really want to redo my clay book. I do like the first one. I think it's beautiful. I think like I did a good job for the first time, but I think I can make it better. I'm trying to, maybe you have an idea for me. I'm trying to brainstorm ways to make it like different enough that it can warrant a whole new YouTube video. I don't want to just recreate the exact same project, even though I kind of want to, but I want to have, for example, two sides. I feel like I can make this hinge function better. Maybe one that won't make such a horrible sound when you're turning the pages. That would be really cool. I was also even thinking about making it somehow mixed media, like embedding the tiles into like book cloth. By the way, I don't know if you know this, I lived a former life as a book repair person. I know a lot about making books, like art books, and how they function, how to hand make them. So I could integrate those two skills somehow, but I'm not sure. Yeah, maybe like a wooden hinge. I'm not sure. So if you have feedback. Okay, this is the section of like lookalikes. So clay looking like paper. There are two artists that are doing this really, really well. Saori M. Stoneware, I think is how you pronounce it, and Morningstar Mud. They are both working with porcelain, and I believe it's like a narikomi technique. At least the Saori, Saori, I think is how you pronounce it. I'm pretty sure is using narikomi because she also has this process on YouTube, and I watched it like a year ago, and I'm pretty sure that's how she did it. But that means working with porcelain, and I haven't touched porcelain in many years, and I haven't touched it for very much, you know? So we shall see. Okay, the next section is like the kids section. I don't know what it is about remaking things from my childhood, but it just feels so nice. Like, it's probably just nostalgia, as simple as that. Ever since I made the Polly Pocket video, I really want to do some sort of dollhouse where there's a very clear outside and inside, and like one side is the outside of the house and the other side is the inside of the house in this kind of cross section like you see with these different artists here. By the way, most of these pictures are just from Pinterest. If they're not labeled, I apologize. I don't know the artists in that case. I labeled the ones that I know where the art comes from. Yeah, but I don't have a super clear vision on this one either. Like I want it to have some sort of theme. Like I don't want it to just be a dollhouse. I think it needs to be themed somehow, but I don't know what. The other idea is this puzzle, which was actually sent to me directly by the artist on Instagram, Pelcher on Instagram. They made this incredible puzzle piece with like a puzzle piece cookie cutter, and like how fun is it? I think it's so fun. Like I think it's deceptively tricky, to be honest, and also especially this kind of like layering technique that they did, but I think it's pretty cool and I would like to try that. Obviously I want to get back into making furniture. I mean, I think I made a stool. I made a stool. What else did I make? I feel like I made like fountains and like larger projects like that. I always wanted to make a mushroom stool for my garden. This one's a little bit selfish. I'm not sure if it's gonna be the most interesting video, but I kind of want to make a mushroom stool for my garden. So I think that would be really, really cute. I saw a lot of mushroom stools on Pinterest, but none of them are made out of clay. They're all plastic or wood. I just think it would be really fun. Okay, this maybe is a boring idea because I did it already, but I kind of want to remake my bead lizard. I did this last summer or 2 summers ago, I don't remember. But unfortunately, it was so massive, like you can see in the picture, it ended up being so massive that I was not able to actually hang it up on the wall. So what I did was I ended up just taking it apart and selling the individual beads from the project, and people are using them as candle holders. I saw someone putting their paintbrushes in them. Super cool. I kind of love the idea of making this project and then spreading it out across the world. But I also want this art in my home. So I was thinking about redoing the lizard. Like, is that boring? Like, I suppose I could make a new kind of beaded project, but I have to think about it. Let me know if you have any ideas. I could do a frog. I suppose I could do a frog. That would be interesting. Yeah, obviously it needs a new colorway for sure. Okay, last section. A lot of ideas. This isn't even all of them, but I thought this was like, these are the ones that are like front of mind. Okay, I do want to make more tile projects. I don't know exactly what yet. This is a very loose one, and if you have ideas, please let me know. Someone suggested a lino cut tile project. I'm very keen on doing that one. That sounds really, really cool. Another idea that I had was making a stamp out of like carved wood, like so like lino cut, but like woodcut, the woodcut version of lino cut. That would be really cool. Very much loved my tile mosaic table. I thought that was so cool, and I just like, I want to do more mosaic. I just don't know exactly what yet. So let me know if you have ideas for that. And then yeah, tiny tiles. So far the smallest tiles I've made is 2 centimeters. I would love to try 1 centimeter tiles. They get so fiddly when they're small. Even the 2 centimeter tiles were so fiddly. But I have this vision of a small framed piece of something. I was thinking something like a nature scene or something like that, all made out of these very, very tiny tiles, like not as small as this, but very small, like 1 centimeter tiles. So the tiles are abstracting it to this point, but because they're small tiles, you can sort of see still like what's going on, especially if you're standing further away versus close up. But I like this idea of like a smaller piece. So I'm not sure. And then obviously, I just love quilts. I love quilt patterns. My Pinterest board is like 60% quilts. And I'm not like much of a quilter. I have made quilts, but I'm not much of a quilter. I just love the patterns. I think they're so beautiful. And so I just want to integrate that somehow into my mosaics, like making more quilt-like patterns. So if you have any artists that I should be looking at for that, let me know. And yeah, let me know if there's anything else you want me to make. I'm literally all ears. Like, I never run out of ideas. Like, I have a huge list way beyond this of projects that are just, you know, baby ideas. But I also constantly have to interrupt what I'm planning on making to do something that one of you guys have suggested that's just like the coolest idea ever, and I just like have to do it. So y'all are super creative. I really, you know, I love hearing your ideas. It's just this beautiful thing because I'm just one person. I don't think of everything, and I love it. I love this kind of like hive mind thing we've got going on here. All right, friends, that's it for me. I've got a new video coming up. I don't know if it's next week or the week after, I'm not sure, but I'm very excited for this year. I hope you're excited too. If you're making any really cool projects, you can always send them to me. I love to see what you're working on. You can send them to me on Instagram. That's probably the easiest way to do it, at Pottery to the People. And yeah, I'll be here. See you in the next year. Bye, friends.